Welcome back to episode 2 of Ark Evolved on Ragnarok here. This is Sergeant Draconis coming at you with Fluffy Spike and Spot. Today's episode, we should be expanding our household here, making it looking a little bit more presentable, a little bit more durable, as well as maybe going for that actual tame for a change. I mean, Spike and Spot do their thing, but they're good beginner tames, but they're not going to harvest us a whole lot, except for maybe meat and hide. So, let's get started. Let's start us off with the montage, trying to gather up resources and build up this house a little bit. Maybe even get some metal tools. What do you know? Okay, see you in a bit. think about it, Fluffy. Then we've got 2 floors here. One which eventually will be transitioned into a greenhouse. And then bottom floor, we got plenty of room to expand. Got plenty of storage all lined up, all named and ready to go, except for these 2 boxes. Got a box here, box for excess structure pieces, even a box for berries until we get some kind of refrigeration going. Then we separated out our fiber, our thatch, our wood, stone, and our hide. All our base resources, really. I mean, that way you could just sit here right in the middle of it, go to town crafting. I mean, you could load yourself up as much as you want. Well, to an extent. I mean, you could be encumbered and still access your resources while you craft. Give you a nice little look from the outside. Went a little bit with the sloped roof, but there's only so much you could do with wood housing to make it look nice. I mean, some people are a lot better at crafting than I am, but got some dimension in there. Even got a nice little porch so we could sit out on some cool summer nights. Take a look at the stars, whatever we choose. But for right now, we got Fluffy up there enjoying himself. And we've got Spike and Spot down here enjoying themselves. Right here in the shade. Figure a good place for them while they're off duty. But while we're at it, let's go ahead and craft them up. Oh, how did that end up surviving? Because I thought I demolished all of those. That's okay. Let's see what's going to take here. Yeah, I had to fix a little bit up top. I don't know if you saw from the little montage, but I accidentally put a couple pieces on top of the roof instead of where I was trying to place it. So I had to rebuild, and instead of building some staircases up there, I went ahead and flew up. Taking a little bit of liberty there, but nothing too crazy that'll affect the overall game. Okay. But let's see here. We've got 16 new levels to work with, so let's go ahead and drop some points into health. Get us up to 200 there. And let's go with 5 points in food and the other 2 in water. That way we're not having to eat so often. And went ahead and spent a little bit on the storage boxes, but let's see here. Let's set us up a little bit easier way to feed our animals though, and get us a feeding trough. And we also want to get ourselves a smithy all set up as well. Because the name of the game today is getting those metal tools, right? Okay, what's it going to take for our feedery? Fiber, metal, thatch, and wood. Okay. There we go. Yeah, got a little bit of metal. Oh. Oh, we need some more wood. That figures. Don't know if you saw or not, but we went through a ton of wood. A lot of farming there. Okay. That's got a nice little feeding trough here. That way, instead of having to put food in the dinos directly, we could just put it in the trough. That, we got ourselves 6 more levels. What do you know? Okay. It's tossed. Oh, no, that ain't us. Yeah. That's good on the spot here. I was about to say, how the heck did we jump up so high so fast? There we go. Toss that in half. That way they can survive a little bit better. Some food. And something else to get us some more experience. Went ahead and gathered up a bunch more narco berries. Tossed some flint and stone in here, made us some spark powder, and also took the spark powder and the charcoal, made us some gunpowder. So, all good ways to make yourself some experience. Let's see. Toss it. That wood in there. Okay, next piece of the puzzle. We're going to need ourselves a nice little refining forge here. What do we need for that? Stone, wood, hide, flint, and fiber. Looks like we used up all our flint. That's okay. That's easy enough to grab up real quick. Ain't going to have to be too crazy for a farming expedition. I'm trying to save you what I can. Because farm is one of those boring tasks on here that really doesn't bring a whole lot of excitement to the channel, but it's a necessary evil, unfortunately. There we go. Got us some more flint. Okay. And we're going to need hide, wood, and stone. Okay. Grab us some hide. There wasn't that much in the way of wood. It's actually going to be more stone than wood. There we go. And that'll get us a nice little refining forge. And what's it going to take for our smithy? 5 metal ingots. We got that. We just got to toss it in the forge real quick. Let's see here. Make use of our other room back here. That'll be a nice little spot to tuck it away. Toss our metal, bit of wood. Let that go to town. Here. This will be a nice little refining area. Now they slowly upgrade this outpost some, get it larger and larger until we start getting into stone and get our first flyer. Once we get those 2 things right there, this is just going to turn into an outpost. We're going way up there to an area that's a little bit harder to get to on a land mount. but it makes it a lot more secure as well. If all works out, it'll be 2 access points which we can easily control, and no allos or T-Rexes or even Gigas could sneak up on us really. Okay, while we're waiting on that, let's go ahead and draw the rest of these resources. Flint in here, because you really don't have any other uses for flint except for spark powder really. And a beautiful thing about spark powder is when you don't need charcoal, which you almost always do, or if you're wanting a cleaner burning experience, you could actually substitute spark powder for wood. So instead of getting this byproduct here and filling up your space, you just toss spark powder in there. And then it'll burn longer than wood, cleaner than wood, and you don't have all that hassle. I mean, just something to keep in mind. Oh yes, we have our metal. So let's come over here and see about our smithy. Oh, we're going to have to eat and drink real quick. 1 second. Always needing to eat and drink. Okay. Smithy, what we need. Okay, hide, stone, and wood. Easy enough. Little bit of hide. Little bit of wood. And a little bit of stone. There we go. And 1 smithy to order. Toss those back in, because I like to keep things nice and neat. I'm not fully OCD, but it makes life so much easier if you know where everything is. You're not having to fumble around and figure out, okay, I've got 5 stacks over here of wood, 3 stacks over there of wood. I mean, why put yourself through that kind of mess when you could just name your boxes, keep it nice and organized, and save yourself so much time and effort. Okay. Now, we'll keep the refined metal right here. What else are we going to need? Hide and wood. Okay. We'll grab ourselves a stack of hide, a stack of wood to toss in there. Don't want to toss it all in there, because it's going to take up too much space, but and when you know it, it's starting to get dark. So what can we get? We can get our pickaxe right now, and once we get enough metal, we'll have ourselves a hatchet as well. Yeah, I've got to go farm us up some more metal real quick. I'll be back and see you in the daylight. Welcome back. Over the night I went ahead and hit that metal node and came out of it with about 150 or so metal ore, so I've got that burning up now. And while I'm at it, I'm going ahead and crafting up a bunch of trank arrows and going to go get me some flint. The only other use for flint, of course, making arrows. So, but I like having a nice supply of spark powder on hand, because you never can have it. Yeah, I just want to make about another 100 or so spare regular arrows while we're at it. Because we definitely burn through our arrows. Could have something to do with the fact that I'm a very poor shot, but that's okay. That in there. That in there. Okay, that leaves us with about 76 spare narco, 100 trank arrows, or 111 trank arrows, and about 100 regular arrows. So that ain't too bad at all. Toss the rest of this flint in here. Make some more spark powder. And we're out of, well, actually we're not out of charcoal. We've got some in here. I mean, for right now I'm just using the forge and the fireplace for light at night. It provides enough for me. And I really ain't going to be doing a whole lot of videos at night time if I can avoid it, unless something crazy happens. And how are we doing on metal? 21 metal. Okay. That ain't too bad. So let's see what we can do with these 323 points we ended up accumulating. Or actually more than that. We've got another level. And we are thirsty again. Let's toss another point in the water. Go take us a drink, and then we'll spend our points. Okay. And this should be better lighting for you anyways. So what do we want? Haven't been using the bullish yet, but we're going to here soon when we go for our pterodon. Here. I want to save a few points for saddles, of course. Go ahead and grab points for the compost bin and the hide. Let's see here. Large wooden walls. They can be handy, but it looks a lot better with the short walls, to be honest. Wooden raft we'll eventually get so we can have a mobile taming pen, but not going to need it yet. Dinosaur gateway, definitely. And a dinosaur gate, because that's going to be a prereq for later on. Antidote just in case. Wooden double door, yes. Let's see here. Bookshelf. That actually comes in handy. So we'll go ahead and grab that up. Basically, when you start going for loot drops, all those recipes and blueprints that you pick up, you can toss in the bookshelf there. So it'll save you storage space in the long run. Wooden table, yes. Get some decorations in the house eventually. Wall torch. Let's see here. It takes cement and paste. I'll hold off on that for right now, because we don't have easy access until we get a flyer, or at least an RG. We're going to need the fur, and here we go. We start opening up our stone. Reinforced door, yes, yes. Yes. Stone foundation, yes. How many points we got? 102. Okay. Definitely want us a crossbow, a pike, stone pillar. Yes. Stone fence support I almost never use. Reinforced window. Eventually we'll open that up. Okay. Stone dino gateway. Yes. Now we're going to be able to start doing some taming pens. Stone window, yes. Stone triangle roof, yes. Like I said before with the staircases, I avoid the curved ones. I mean, they tend to be a little too glitchy. And let's go ahead and save the last 26 points. That way we'll be a little bit closer ahead when it comes time to do a saddle. Okay. And you know what that means. Bye-bye bow. Let's go ahead and see what it's going to take to get us that crossbow. We've got 14 metal smelted up. Okay. Plus another 30 in there, so we should have more than enough. Okay, ranged weapon. Oh yes, more than enough. Okay. Let's go ahead and take our pack. Huh, more than enough there too. Okay. Bye-bye bow. Torch over to the next block. That way we've got our combat weapons right here together. We've got our harvesting tools together. And we still gotta get our hatchet. There we go. And for right now, let's... Okay. There we go. There we go. That's better. Now it's going to let us load the trinks if we choose. But for right now, yeah, let's leave the regular arrows in there. Not going to need this or this anymore. Oh, that's in the wrong box. It was telling me gear, but that's the berry box. I thought so. And if you're curious, I went ahead and tossed the berries over here. That way Fluffy can end up eating to his little heart's content. I took the berries that he had in his stockpile as well and tossed those in there. As long as they're within the circle, whether it's above, below, doesn't matter. within the radius of this feeding trough here. Show you the physical area. It'll feed them on up, as long as you have food in it, of course. So this will cover our house and then some. And eventually what I'm going to do for this outpost, while we're waiting to get a flyer, is I might actually put in some fencing right here for tames that we acquire. Be a nice little parking area when we come out to our outpost here too. So there we go. Let's shut that visible area off though, because that gets a little bit annoying sometimes. There we go. And how's this doing? It's still got another 72 metal to burn through, so that should be fine. But tell you what, that's about it for this episode today. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you for sticking with me and supporting the channel. Be sure to like and subscribe. And what do you say, Spike? Excuse me. What do you say, Spike? See you on the next time. Have a good night. Bye.